I'm at the trailhead for Mount Huron. A couple other people camped here. Again, road was closed about a mile before the actual trailhead, though the road looks good. It actually looks like these mountains have considerably less snow than the Mosquito Range, but we'll see once we get further up. We're still in the tree line here. It's got a bit of a climb. Well, here's on the approach on the road. You can see why the road is closed. The big avalanche swept through here, wiped out all the trees, left destruction all over the road. Here's the four-wheel drive trail, still very much covered in snow. So I got about another mile till the actual trail. 1 hour and 5 kilometers later, I'm finally at the start of the trail. So, up we go. 3.5 miles, but pretty steep climb. I think it's about 1,100 meters of climb from here, I think. Couldn't really find the trail. I think it goes up the other side of this gulch here. And so I've just been walking up this dry part here. Might have to go back to snowshoes though. We are 2 hours and 15 minutes in, so I'm having a snack break. According to my GPS, I'm almost back to the trail. It's gotten a lot flatter. I think it's just a little bit more before we exit the tree line, and I should be able to see the trail from there. I did have to put on snowshoes, so I was post-holing with just the boots. We're on the trail. Can't you tell? Can't you tell we're on the trail now instead of before? Tree line should end soon. Absolutely beautiful. Up into the sun. I believe that's the mountain. Mount Huron. And there's some just gorgeous peaks. Beautiful day. It's supposed to get snowy, cloudy, maybe snowy in the afternoon. I'll get up to this ridge here and look at the map. Okay, snowshoes are off. I found the actual trail. Looks like it's just gonna pass pretty flat up into that sloped area and then climb right up to the top. Right there. Sweet. Looks like a good time. And my God, the scenery. So beautiful. This is the Sawatch Range. Here we are at the slope, making pretty good time. Got warm. I actually say this part's a little easier than breaking trail in that fucking tree line. This is just straight climbing. My snowshoes are staying on top. Definitely gets steeper towards the top, but we'll see what we can do. The top grows ever nearer. Just sometimes my snowshoes will sink in a little bit, but it's not so bad. Made it up to the ridge. My feet were sinking in the snow coming up, made it a lot harder. But back to the boots, I'm gonna just stay on the rocks, scoot around and hit that summit. Here we are at the top of Huron. Hell yeah. This side over here is got some massive cornices on it, so I'm not walking up on that. Whew. And I started all the way down there. was definitely really tricky getting up this last steep bit. Icy and rocky. 4 hours and 26 minutes, almost 10 kilometers to here. I got the view. Clouds are forming. It's 10 o'clock. Time to head back down. Gonna be real slow and careful going down this steep part. Here's the part I came up. Crampons are really necessary. Crampons can kind of trip you up on the rocks and stuff. Just so beautiful. All right, back to the slope. The snow has already considerably softened. 10:33. May be able to slide down some of this if I'm careful enough, but the snow's getting much more less. It's not as crispy as before. Goodbye. Back at the trailhead. Going through those woods was kind of annoying. The snow is much more slushy now and was sinking even with my snowshoes. Well, I got a 3 mile or a 5 kilometer road march back. Shouldn't be too bad. It's mostly flat and downhill. Oh, I'm back at the car, all packed up, and pretty good climb. It ended up being about 18 kilometers or so, a little over 18. Took about 7.5 hours. Definitely not as hard as peak 1 was, but it was hard.